Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
La Vita is an award-winning, independently run Italian restaurant. Located on Rose Lane in the heart of Liverpool, real Italian-style dishes, using the best ingredients, skillfully prepared by our chefs. Come and try our serious Italian experience.
Mulligan's Funeral and Monumental Services are a family-owned funeral service first established by the late Brian Mulligan in 1996. We provide funeral homes in Gorton, Manchester and Reddish, Stockport, and we pride ourselves on giving a friendly and professional service to all the families who use our service. Contact us on 0161 432 0809.
Hello everyone and welcome to the show. The Triskellion Theatre Productions recently arranged a gala Irish concert at the Salvatorian College in London. This was a tribute production to celebrate the life and times of John Collins, who passed away in November 2020 with COVID. John was a great supporter of the production company for over 25 years. He was also a wonderful supporter of all things Irish in the City of London. This was a tribute night to John, but it was also to show support to his wife Grace and daughter Sharon.
When I first arrived in old London town, along Camden High Road I did walk down, jumped into the back of John Murphy's van, full of youth and vigour and white bread and ham. By 10 that first morning I thought I'd expire, stuck down a hole with Connemara Sean, who for an extra 10 bob a week set out a pace that would kill Hercules.
Now tell me about your husband John. Sadly passed away about 18 months ago.
Yeah, he went into hospital and he had a slight heart attack and he needed a new heart valve, and he was in hospital 2 weeks, and when they were going to move him to the specialist hospital where he was going to have the heart operation, they discovered he had COVID. He caught COVID in hospital.
That's terrible. COVID has killed so many of our friends, of course. But you know, it's a special night tonight, Sharon, isn't it? It's remembrance of John, because your dad done so much work here, has been involved in the Irish community in London a long time.
Yeah, Dad's loved a good get-together. He loved nothing more than a bit of banter and a bit of crack and the storytelling and the music. And I think partly Dad might have been a little bit embarrassed that tonight was in his name. But I think he's probably looking down on us tonight going, I'm delighted you're all having a good time. My name is mentioned in it, but I just hope you've raised a lot of good money for charity and the charities that need it. So, yeah, I think he's smiling down on us tonight.
I just wanted to say there's such a lovely gathering and such a great cause for the late John Collins. I think it shows that great Irish spirit of metal, that sense of community of pulling together. It's great to see it alive and well here in London, as I know it is across the Irish community all over Britain. You know, there's a fantastic buzz and there's such a lovely space and every seat taken and such a great musical offering. I think there's a lot of pent-up desire now, especially getting into St. Patrick's Day for the first time in 2 years, having had no St. Patrick's Day for the last 2 years. I think you'll see this across the community across Britain, a real desire to go out and to celebrate and to wear the green and to get together again in that great Irish tradition. So I look after sort of political affairs, so really that's relationship with the UK Parliament and all the sort of big issues we're dealing with, not least Brexit and the dreaded Northern Ireland Protocol, but also I think all of the good connections that are happening all the time between people, between the economic, the cultural, the social relationship is as strong as ever, you know. So I think it's good to remind ourselves of the very strong ties that bind Britain and Ireland together, and all the Irish people living in Britain and all the British people living in Ireland.
Well, absolutely, and of course Brexit has brought its own problems, but you know, I think it's gradually, you know, getting sorted out.
Yeah, we hope so. I mean, I think there's a lot of consensus about what needs to be done, and I think we need both sides to inch that bit closer together. I think everybody has agreed that there's a deal there to be done. We just need to find a place to land it, and I think there's increasingly people are hopeful that can be found, and I think found quickly.
John Collins, I mean, he was very dear to us and a great supporter of what Gerry and I do, and always in the background, never making a fuss, never complained, never criticised, until we started to say, well, we're getting on a bit and maybe we'll stop doing what we're doing, and it was out of the question. I mean, he felt that we shouldn't, and if we had any difficulties, we were to see him and there would be no difficulties. He was a tremendous supporter of ours, and the family and the girls, you know, Grace and Sharon, wonderful supporters, and all the Collins family. We're absolutely over the moon that it's turned out so well and well attended, and we've had a real good night, and it was great to see loads of people come back together again because this is the first time, of course, we've done it since COVID and the new building. So it's been a few years, but everybody rallied round and came back.
Yeah, and you had a great lineup of musicians, artists, singers, everything tonight.
It was wonderful, and there is a London Irish blend to tonight. We had the London Celtic Orchestra, who's, you know, probably third or fourth generation Irish, playing Irish there, under Irish music under the guardianship of Eilish, Byrne Wheelahan, London Irish Girl, and then we had Terence O'Flaherty. He's from Clare but worked in London, and his song Return to Camden is about, some of it is about his story in London, and I think he was amazing.
Raise up your glasses now, here's to them all.
Hey, Terence! You make a lovely priest. You wouldn't make a nice nun, I suppose. Not with those legs, anyway.
Gerry, I've seen you in a different light tonight. You know, you've got the two finest legs in London tonight.
Oh, Martin. Yeah, compliments were coming during the interval, and I was a bit more surprised. I'd always talked about doing a little bit of a double act, and the concert probably needed some kind of comedy opening, and we had rehearsed it, but maybe we might need to rehearse it a bit more. But it worked very well, and the audience liked it, and it was, as Patrick said, it was great to be back on the road again. Not this school, this is a brand new theatre, great to be welcomed here by Ben and all the team. But back in the old Salvatorian, we had Finbar Fury, Neil Tobin, Philomena Begley, all supported by London Irish Entertainment. And we kind of feel we're, post-COVID, we're back on the road again.
The London Celtic Youth Orchestra was formed in January 2019 by myself, and it was an opportunity for musicians to come together and play at high-profile events across London and all over the UK, really, and Ireland. Other than the music side of it, there's also singing and dancing and performance opportunities, and just I suppose even more importantly, a chance for the youngsters who are at a very high standard of performance can get together and socialise and have fun with their music as well.
And of course you've got a very important job here looking after the money tonight.
Yes, I have. They trust me with the money.
You know, you've got like a trustworthy face.
Oh, that's good. Thank you.
I'm not well.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
No, I'm not well, Patrick.
I'm sorry.
I've been under the doctor for a week.
Some doctor that must have been.
How long have you been involved here helping Gerry and Patrick?
Gosh, number of years I can't recollect. We were with them since they started in Wheelstone. We started down in Whitefriars in the club and then gradually moved up. But this is new to us tonight because the old school was demolished and the new one built. This is our first time here.
Singing the song, singing the same old song.
And Willie, of course, I know that you're helping your good lady here tonight, and you're heavily involved here with Triskellion, but you're also heavily involved with the GAA. Tell me about that.
That's right. I joined the Parnells Club back in the early 60s, and I'm still with Parnells. They were senior at that time. Unfortunately, they've moved down a step at the minute, but not for long.
But of course they've had great history down the years and they've won so many trophies during that spell in the 80s and 90s.
That's right, they won the championship several times and almost got through to the semi-final of the Club Championship of Ireland. Just beaten by 1 point back in Mayo. I come from very near Crossmalina in County Mayo. A beautiful place if you want to visit it.
But it's not as beautiful as Cork, is it, Anne?
It's not. No, it is not. I come from a little place called Milford.
I have been a wild rover for many's the year. Spent all me money on whiskey and beer. But now I'm returning with golden Gretstone. I never will play the wild rover no more. Wild rover.
Oh gosh, we've had great support, not just from the Irish community, but from like lots of friends, like locally neighbours, everybody. Do you know, I've had money given to me from friends at work to put in towards the charities from every nationality. So it's been great, it's lovely.
Wild Robin, I'll give over. Wild Robin, I'll give over. And I never will play the wild Robin no more. I took from me pocket 10 sovereigns bright. The landlady's eyes open wide with delight. She said,
we hope you're all enjoying the concert and we'll see you in a few minutes.
Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
La Vita is an award-winning, independently run Italian restaurant. Located on Rose Lane in the heart of Liverpool, real Italian-style dishes, using the best ingredients, skillfully prepared by our chefs. Come and try our serious Italian experience.
Mulligan's Funeral and Monumental Services are a family-owned funeral service first established by the late Brian Mulligan in 1996. We provide funeral homes in Gorton, Manchester and Reddish, Stockport, and we pride ourselves on giving a friendly and professional service to all the families who use our service. Contact us on 0161 432 0809.
Welcome back. This week we're with the Triskellion Theatre Productions in London, who have arranged a special gala Irish concert to remember John Collins, who sadly passed away in November 2020. Now we're going to rejoin the concert for some more music, dancing and chat.
This is a celebration. This is what we're here for, a celebration. And it's a celebration of life. And it's a celebration of people we've shared our lives with. And there'll be a lot. And there's some people we've lost over the last 2 years. And you remember them tonight. But the principle of tonight is about a chap called John Collins. And if you were ever lucky enough to have met him, he was a sort of a chap that, he wouldn't make a fuss, John. He would be in the background most of the time, but he would be here tonight, and whatever we wanted, he would give us. It would be no problem to him.
So Dad was often surprised years ago when he had a heart operation how much his heart valve replacement cost, and I seem to recall it was something like £55,000, and he was always kind of in great kind of proudness of the hospitals and all the hard work that the NHS do, but he did then start to give to the British Heart Foundation because he wanted to give back, and he knew how important the research is into kind of cardio diseases and such. So that's one of the charities, and the second charity is Michael Sobel Hospice. It's a local hospice that sadly we as a family had to call upon just before Christmas last year. My dad's auntie, my great auntie Joan, who was a rock of our family, sadly had to be transferred from hospital straight to Michael Sobel, and sadly passed away on the 6th of November last year, and they couldn't have done enough for us as a family and for Joan. They went above and beyond, and I think they're angels. Those people that work in those places and all the doctors and nurses that have helped during the pandemic, I think they really are God's angels.
And I'll tell you a story of Terence Green Isle. Come, fill up your glasses, and we'll drink hand to hand. For tomorrow I'll be leaving the shores of Lonergan.
It's a great experience here, and I really enjoy it.
Was it difficult learning all those words?
It's not difficult, no.
They're great Irish songs, though.
Yeah, they are.
Have you many more Irish songs that you know?
Yeah, well, we've got the traditional ones, but then we also, like the one that we did today was the Galway Shawl, to get the audience involved, because it's all about telling the story and communicating with the audience, so that's a big part of Irish music.
But I will assist them, please God, when I can, far away from all the island and the shores of Lonergan.
So we play traditional music, but we also try and play some orchestral pieces, mainly folk, but we love to kind of play in the different sections and harmonies, and all the instruments being involved. Whatever the instrument is, you can play it in the orchestra. Musicians are from my school of music, and when they get to a certain level of grade 4 and above in their music examinations, they can audition to become part of the orchestra. And then there's also other children who have around London and surrounding areas who auditioned and have become part of the orchestra too.
I've worked here at the college for the last 24 years.
Both my sons attended the college, which was a few years before that. I've worked with the PTA throughout all that time, raising funds for various things in the school, improvements wherever we could make it, and getting students involved as well. We've had our best fundraisers have always been our Irish nights, and we've had some fantastic performances here from people like Niall Tobin. We've had Philomena Begley, we've had Brendan Shine, we've had drama groups over from Ireland which were fantastic, and they drew people from all over London. We get students involved in what we do as well, and it's great to see the young people, especially those involved in the Irish music. And we've had a lot of our students involved. We've had a boy here who was World Championship dancer, and he was brilliant. And we still see him on stage in London, and you know, he makes us so proud. Joe is fantastic. His whole heart is in every step he dances. Yeah, fantastic. And we've had bands here. We've had the Kellys. They've played on stage at many of our events as well. It's just been fantastic. And tonight is extra special because we've just had a new build here at Salvatorian College, and it's our first actual show in our new hall. And it's amazing to hear the responses from the parishioners from what they've seen, and it's just fantastic.
Michael Lonergan, the Deputy Ambassador, who was here a couple of years ago as the Community and Cultural Officer. He went off to Boston and he went off to Washington and came back, and he emailed us in the week to say he was coming, and he thoroughly enjoyed tonight. And it adds a bit of approval because he spoke tonight, as you know, and you interviewed him, and he affirmed us, and we're glad he came tonight, yeah.
I've celebrated St. Patrick's Day in Africa and in North America, and of course, as you know, in America, in places like Boston, St. Patrick's Day lasts at least a month, you know, and of course in Chicago they turn the river green. But it's great to see St. Patrick's Day now is celebrated all over Britain. There are so many parades and festivals.
There's a somber side of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days and you linger on my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more.
It was a great night. It was a lovely atmosphere in it. It was good to see people finding out and enjoying themselves, and they've been stuck in the house for too long, and so it was great to see them out. And it was a great atmosphere, and people they're all singing and dancing along, and it was great. It was a great buzz up there now. Yeah, it's starting to pick up now, thank God. It's been a long, hard 2 years for everyone, not just us in the entertainment business, but publicans and families, you know. And it's great that we're back out and getting back doing what we enjoy doing. And just to say, the pubs are getting busy in the dance halls, and the trips are starting to fill up again as well. So I'm looking forward to it now.
It's great to see the Irish community coming together.
Oh, it's brilliant, absolutely. I mean, no matter where you go in the world, you know, the Irish always. They support everyone and support each other, and it's great. It's great to see it. Like.
Hard times come again no more. Many days you lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. Oh, hard times come again no more.
I know your husband emigrated from Cork many years ago, and of course he'd been with John Murphy's for quite a long time here in London.
Yeah, he would have done, the year that he died, he would have done 20 years with them that year. It was his 20th year, yeah, and he loved it. He loved it. He didn't want to retire. He was happy with the lads and having the banter and the crack and that, you know. He was happy out. He loved it. He wished he was with them years and years ago. He always said they were a great company to work for.
It's lovely that, you know, we can all be here tonight and we're all having a good time, and, you know, we're enjoying the crack, as Dad would say, and we're raising money. We're doing it all for good causes. So I think, you know, it's lovely. It's a very, very special night for us.
But the sponsors, I think Murphy's as a company have been fantastic to us as a family. Straight away from when John died, they couldn't have done any more for us.
He wolfed down his sandwich, and before I did know, old Shawneen was back down John Murphy's hole, begging away like an Olympian. 'Twas with great reluctance that I rejoined him.
Our mission statement was always really, we'll bring it to you. You know, you don't have to go anywhere. It's here in your community, supporting the local Irish. And of course, when you get people in the audience of a certain age, they don't necessarily want to travel far. So this is on their doorstep.
Thanks very much.
We hope you've all enjoyed the concert, and a big thank you to Patrick O'Connell and Gerry Molumby for arranging this special gala Irish concert in remembrance of John Collins. Of course, we know that it's been a very sad night for John's wife Grace and daughter Sharon, and we send them all our very, very best wishes. That's the end of the show for this week. Henry McGlade is back next Thursday night at 7 o'clock from County Mayo, and we'll be here at 7:30. Until then, take good care, and we'll see you next time.